Introducing the USG Durock Cement Board Exterior Drywall Solutions. The USG Boral Durock Exterior Drywall is a superior alternative to traditional construction methods like brick walls or AAC blocks for residential or commercial buildings. USG Durock Exterior Drywall delivers 7 key benefits unlike traditional wall construction. Design and finishing versatility. 10 times lighter. 6 times faster. 10 times better in thermal insulation. Lower maintenance cost. Proven durability. And flexible in system performance design like fire, acoustic, and thermal. Personal protection equipment, PPE, are essential to protect workers from hazards in construction. The following high-quality components in the USG Durock Exterior Drywall range are essential to any successful installation. Step 1. Installation of Tyvek on the bottom of the wall. First, a minimum concrete curb of 150 millimeters as minimum is needed for flooding protection at the bottom of the concrete floor to prevent the contact of water with the metal track for longevity. This is only needed on the first level. The upper floors do not require this. Please install a 400 millimeter wide Tyvek section before installing the bottom metal track. Step 2. Framing installation. Install the bottom and top tracks minimum 0.9 BMT to the concrete slab, maintaining the same alignment. Once the tracks are aligned, use proper anchors to fasten the tracks to the concrete at maximum spacing of 406 millimeters. Next, place the studs minimum 0.9 BMT inside the track and maintain the same maximum spacing of 406 millimeters between them. All the studs should be aligned before fastening. Every stud should be fastened to both bottom and top tracks on each side using Tek screws. Step 3. Window openings. To make openings for windows or doors, place required extra studs on the perimeters according to the architectural design. Always maintain the maximum stud spacing of 406 millimeters throughout the wall. Next, cut the studs according to the design and dimensions of the project. Do this before installing the wall. On the top and bottom of the window, you should use a track section as a reinforcement. The bend on the borders should be a minimum of 100 to 150 millimeters. Fasten the track section to the back of the stud with a minimum 4 Tek screws on each corner. Step 4. Tyvek wall installation. After installing all the metal frames, bend up the Tyvek section and use an adhesive tape to fix it to all the studs. Then install the drip casing PVC bead at the edge of the concrete curb and screw it to the track using a Tek screw close to each stud. Then start covering the wall with Tyvek from the bottom. Use an adhesive tape to fix the Tyvek on the metal stud. With the drip casing bead already installed, proceed to install the Tyvek stucco wrap along the wall from the bottom to the top with a minimum overlap of 100 to 150 millimeters and use an adhesive tape to fix the Tyvek stucco wrap on the metal stud. Always install the Tyvek stucco wrap horizontally. Step 5. Window Tyvek installation. Start by cutting Tyvek stucco wrap in the center of the window, and then cut horizontally on the bottom and top of the opening. A minimum gap of 25 millimeters is required before cutting Tyvek at the top of the window for water drainage. At the bottom of the wall, this separation or gap is not required. Open the loose sections of Tyvek toward the exterior side and use the adhesive tape to hold it temporarily. Install the PVC bead type J at the top of the window behind the Tyvek using Tek screws to fasten it to the track section. This J-shaped bead will be used as a soft fit drip. Install a Tyvek section to protect the bottom of the window with 150 millimeters on each side. Use this extra material to bend the Tyvek along the steel stud on the perimeter of the window. Use an adhesive for better bonding of Tyvek with the track at the bottom of the window. The lower corners of the window should be protected with sections of Tyvek installed with a 45-degree angle for extra protection. Use adhesive tape to hold these sections too. Pull the loose sections of Tyvek to the interior of the window and use the adhesive tape to hold them to the studs permanently. This will form the third Tyvek layer to prevent water filtration. Step 6. Durock Cement Board Installation. Durock cement board should only be fastened after the Tyvek stucco wrap is already installed throughout the wall. Before installing Durock cement board, you should stagger the Durock boards to avoid matching the joints on the windows and openings. The joints of the board should always be above the window or another part of the wall, not the borders. Respecting these criteria will help avoid cracks on opening areas. Durock cement board is fastened to the steel studs using 1 1/4 inch Durock screw every 200 millimeters maximum. It's important to consider that the gap between the drip casing bead and Durock border at the bottom of the wall for water drainage should be a minimum of 10 millimeters. The border of the Durock cement board should be protected with an L-type PVC bead that will be fastened to the track with a Durock screw. The Durock pieces should then be installed on the inside perimeter of the window. At the top of the window, while installing the Durock piece, you should leave a minimum gap of ½ inch to form a soffit drip. Next, fasten Durock on the bottom of the window and on the lateral sides. We recommend installing our PVC plastic beads on the outside corners of the window for better performance. Use Durock screws to fasten them to the studs every 200 millimeters. Step 7. Joint treatment. Please confirm all the PVC beads are already installed before proceeding with the joint treatment application. The joint treatment consists of applying Durock base coat or Durock base flex compound on the board joints and finished with Durock joint tape. The mesh should be covered and embedded into the base coat or base flex. Let it dry for at least 4 hours. Do not apply the joint treatment if you notice it might rain during the installation. This drying time could change depending on weather conditions and humidity. Once the joints are dry, apply a full skim coat with Durock base coat or Durock base flex compound between 2 millimeters and 3 millimeters maximum for a uniform base coat before applying the finish. Before applying the final finish, you should let it dry for at least 24 hours. Step 8. Drying process. Once it's dried, you should drill some holes every 200 millimeters in the J-shaped plastic PVS bead to allow water to exit. On the interior side of the wall, you should install one of our USG Boral gypsum board systems to complete the wall. Once it's completed on the interior side, the Durock exterior drywall system is ready to receive any kind of finish. Why choose USG Durock exterior drywall system? USG Durock exterior drywall system offers designers, architects, builders, and contractors the opportunity to build differently. It installs easily, allowing you to create, innovate, build, and design without limitations.